Hello, everyone, and welcome to SBM Offshore's 2021 Life Day online workshop on mental health and well-being. My name is Siobhan Lewis, and I work as the Health and Industrial Hygiene Advisor. Thank you for taking part. Work-life balance and occupational stresses were the main areas of negative feedback in our Pulse survey earlier this year. That's why we're focusing on these areas in our Life Day workshops, and there's a lot of crossover between them. Here are some of the statements from the survey that achieved the lowest scores in terms of participant agreement. Even if I had more time, I could not improve the quality of my work. 23% agreed. My job has the right level of responsibility and authority. 34% agreed. I can honestly say what I think or get off my chest at work. 40% agreed. I often receive acknowledgement or appreciation for my work. 43% agreed. I'm happy with my current work-life balance. 59% agreed. SBM is supportive of having a healthy balance between my work life and my personal life. 61% agreed. SBM Offshore benefits from a highly engaged workforce, but high engagement does not mean everything is fine. According to a published study in the Harvard Business Report in 2018, quite the opposite. High engagement often goes hand in hand with high stress and fatigue. What does fatigue make you think of? Most people think tiredness is fatigue, but fatigue and tiredness are very different in terms of their effect on the bodies and minds. If you're tired, your body tells you, you're quite aware of it. You'll yawn, your eyelids get heavy, and so on. Fatigue, on the other hand, is unpredictable and often undetectable until it's gotten a hold of you. And then it can be very difficult to get rid of because you lack self-awareness and the ability to make safe decisions. It is very similar to being drunk. As we all know, alcohol and any kind of work, but especially work in dangerous environments, do not mix. Shift workers are particularly vulnerable to fatigue. People who work outside of the typical 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. workdays are the most affected. The most challenging shifts are mixed night shifts and rotational shifts, where shift change according to set schedules and workers take turn on all the shifts that are part of a particular system. In both cases, sleep patterns are disrupted. Some night owls take shift work in their stride, but for many other people, they find it hard to sleep while everyone else is up and active. There's noise, light, and the activities of everyday living, not to mention mobile phones going off all the time. As a result, they find that they're tired on their days off. It's harder for them to stay in touch at the workplace. Their family and social lives are disrupted. They may feel they have little or no free time to themselves. Chronic disruption to our sleep patterns can be a key factor in producing fatigue, and fatigue can be dangerous. The risk of accidents is higher when people are working longer shifts or work overnight. A sleep deficit played a part in a large-scale disaster such as Exxon Valdez oil spill and the accident at the Chernobyl nuclear facility. Our bodies are built to be active during the day and to sleep at night. Our internal clock controls the normal changes in our body function over a 24-hour period. Not just sleeping and waking, but things like body temperature, heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, and hormone production. Shift work can disrupt these natural cycles, and fatigue can set in even if you're getting adequate amounts of sleep. High levels of stress can lead to serious physical and mental problems, so it's important to be able to recognize the symptoms. Apart from problems sleeping, these can include tension and irritability, trouble concentrating and difficulty making decisions, sadness and other symptoms of depression, emotional numbness or crying, loss of interest in normal activities, fear and anxiety about the future and feeling powerless, loss of appetite, headaches, back pain, stomach problems, and increased use of alcohol and drugs. But remember, you are in control. You can prevent fatigue and minimize the stress that can cause it. There are many easy wins that can help you to do this. Avoid drug and alcohol, find support and connect socially, eat healthily and a well balanced diet, exercise regularly, get plenty of sleep, give yourself a break if you feel stressed out, maintain a normal routine, write or do something else that lets your feelings out. More specifically, if you're engaged in shift work, there are several things that you can do to help. Have a nap before you go in. Use caffeine at the beginning of the shift, but not within 5 hours of your bedtime. Take naps if possible. Take a walk or do something else physical during your breaks. Talk to others to stay alert. Sleep when you get back to your room. Use a bedtime ritual consistently. Consider anchor sleeping. This is a fixed time every day when you sleep, even on your day off. For example, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. To make it easier to get sleep, darken your sleeping area with shades and curtains and wear an eye mask. If noise is unavoidable, consider a white noise machine to cover it. Earplugs and eye masks help a lot too. It's important not to underestimate the impact what we eat has on our health. Try to eat wisely. Stress influenced eating habits can lead to weight gain, high blood pressure, and lowered productivity. So try to avoid eating main meals between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. and maintain regular eating patterns. Afternoon workers find it best to eat a main meal before starting work. Night workers can consider light, frequent eating throughout the shift. Plan what you'll eat before your shift starts and when you're working. Step away from the coffee. Lay off the salt. Avoid vending machines. Avoid fried foods and stay away from alcohol. One way to nip stress in the bud is to laugh about it. Laughter may not be the best medicine, but it's certainly a good one. When you laugh, it doesn't just lighten your mental load, it induces physical changes in your body. Laughter can stimulate your organs, soothe tension, improve your immune system, and even relieve pain. Try to see the funny side of the situation. Laughter helps. Blaming other people doesn't. In fact, it makes stress worse. The way you think and see the world around you affects your stress level far more than anything else, no matter how annoying they may seem to you. Externalizing your stress, saying, for example, I know it's all his fault, he screwed up, doesn't help. Shifting this painful habit of thought starts with you. Calm your stress by owning up to the part that you played in it. Being accountable for your actions won't add to your stress. Quite the opposite. It's a relief. Try it. Have you heard Reynold Neighbor's Serenity Prayer? Grant me the courage to change the things I can, and the serenity to accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. These are very wise words. But the fact is, no matter what any of us does, some stresses are unavoidable. Bereavement, moving house, the end of a relationship. Sometimes stress is inevitable, a normal psychological and physical reaction to the demands of life. At these times, we just have to get through it. The 4 A's can help. Avoid. Take control of your surroundings. Avoid the people who bother you. Learn to say no. Alter. Respectfully ask others to change their behavior. Communicate your feelings openly. Manage your time better. Set priorities and work hard. State limits in advance and rehearse successes. Accept. Talk with someone. Forgive. Practice positive self talk and learn from your mistakes. And four, we can adapt. We can adjust our standards. We can reframe the issue. We can stop and think and look at the larger picture. Above all, we must never forget that SBM Offshore has made resources available to help us deal with stress, fatigue, anxiety, or anything else which is having a negative impact on your psychological well being. There's an online community page on healthcare promotion. SBM has partnered with Workplace Options, an organization which specializes in well being in the workplace. They can provide expert counselors who are a phone call away and who can provide emotional, practical, and physical support on a range of issues, from advice on career development to the challenges of looking after a growing family to broken relationships, bereavement, and even achieving a better work life balance. Anyone who needs their help is entitled to up to 5 free sessions online with a qualified psychologist. WPO support is only a phone call away, a text message, or an email, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Your line manager or the HR contact person in your team can provide information on the WPO services. And next year, we will see the rollout of the Global Mental Health and Wellbeing Program to supplement the resources which are already in certain territories. Whatever our role in the organization, stress and fatigue are occupational hazards, and more so in the offshore environment, where a sense of isolation can become a serious challenge. Any one of us is likely to feel stressed out at some point, and the pandemic has made that experience much more common and, in some cases, more acute. But there are simple yet effective steps we can take to help ourselves combat the effects of stress, or even nip it in the bud as soon as we detect the first signs. And there is expert support and assistance available for those who seek it. And SBM Offshore is committed to implementing a comprehensive mental health and well-being program next year. I hope you never need it. I think it's reassuring to know that it's there. In a moment, you'll see a slide which asks you to contribute your thoughts and ideas on mental health and well-being in a series of simple exercises. We want to know what you're doing in your personal and professional lives to stay on top of stress and fatigue, and also where you think that SBM Offshore is missing the opportunity to help you. So now get ready to follow the instructions on the screen and work with your online group to give your thoughts and ideas. We'll get back to you with the results. In the meantime, thank you very much for taking part and enjoy your life day.